Hello everybody once again, and this time this is the fourth instalment of my chain of reviews, and today is something that you've probably seen on my layout before. We've got the Bachmann 56XX, a locomotive that I love now as a model and in real life. So here it is, Class 56XX tank locomotive, and she is number 5658 in BR line green with a late crest. Again, this is a fairly old Bachmann locomotive, but nonetheless she is a very, very good locomotive. Let's get her open. Again, like all kind of the older Bachmann locomotives, you get the sleeve with the history on the back. It's also nice that they did this, and I don't think they do it anymore. I think they put it actually on the box. They don't have kind of a separate sleeve on it, and it's nice that you get that with Bachmann. You don't get anything like that with Hornby, and then you've got all the usual kind of Bachmann stuff that isn't very important in this video. Anyway, so we have it, the old locomotive. Remember, it's in the old packaging. It's just literally the polystyrene box. Let's get her out. So here she is, the 56XX GWR tank locomotive. So starting from the front, you've got the nice kind of numbering on the smoke box door with the shed code as well. The smoke box doesn't open, but anyway, that's not very important. You've got the NEM pockets as you usually do with all Bachmann locomotives, and you've got sprung buffers as well, which is also a nice feature. And you've got these separate kind of lamp iron fittings on here and up the top. And you do get separate kind of white discs that you can put on these. But when I bought this used and it didn't come with them. But I know that you do get those separately fitted. On the side, you've got a lot of kind of bits and pieces up here. You've got like the water tank access here and extra little kind of valves and whatever. You've got the nice kind of copper safety valve here on the top with also the brass whistles as well. Also the chimney is copper capped as well. I think that is actually copper, or is it brass? I'm not sure. Anyway, you've got the nice wheel arrangement. It's a very strong and quite heavy locomotive as well. It's also quite a good pull-up. Can pull up to about 6 coaches, maybe 7 at a pull. Remember, these were in real life. They were freight locomotives or shunting, and I'm not sure if they did kind of branch line duties as well. But you've got kind of the nice late crest, and you've got a beautiful paint job as you usually do with Bachmann. In the cab, you've got kind of these separate levers, separate bits of detail in there, which is also nice to see. Bearing in mind this is quite an old Bachmann locomotive. At the back of the coal bunker, you've got the fake coal in there, just fake coal moulding, and you've got separate kind of steps and fittings at the back. Again, sprung buffers and the NEM pocket as you usually do. Other side, more or less, again exactly the same. You've got the nice separate etched kind of brass number plate there, so 5658 with the little D code above it. I'm not sure what they were for, but again, people probably know in there. Again, you can see all the kind of the cab detail in there with the separate lever. Again, the brake lever in there, which is also very nice. And on the bottom, you've got the separate brake rigging with a separate kind of wheel axle there as well. And you've got these kind of separate wire bits that move again here as well, which I think was for sand, the sand boxes, I think, but I'm not sure. Anyway, right, that's enough about me talking about that. Let's stop this here and we'll get her onto the track. Right, so we've got the 56XX now on the track. Again, like my IVAC class locomotive, which you've probably seen in another video, she does look a lot better once she's actually on the rails. She's a nice little kind of tank engine, but the small but mighty, the phrase that you might use. Anyway, let's send her off around the track. There we go. Again, I think that phrase does come back once she's actually moving. Small but mighty. She does look very powerful once she's actually moving. Oh, I think the rear axle just come off. Hang on, let's just fix that. Is that on? Yeah, it is. You've got to make sure that that kind of the rear axle is on properly, because sometimes that can derail her. Let's send her backwards just to the end, and then we'll watch how slow she can really go. Look at that. Very, very, again, smooth mechanism that Bachmann have got in there. Stop her there, and then bring her back this way. Stop her there. Love it. Anyway, let's hook her up to the teaks over there, and we'll see what she runs like with those. Okay, so we've got the 56XX hooked up to the rake of teaks, so let's send her on her way. When you look at her pulling things, she does look very, very cute, kind of. And again, she's got very good pulling power, and that mechanism inside is excellent. You can give her quite a lot of power, yet she still doesn't go very fast, which is also nice to see. Bring her to a stop round about here. And there we are. So that's the Bachmann 56XX. Again, absolutely brilliant performer, as Bachmann models usually are. Superb mechanism, great pulling power, superbly detailed, and again, I can't fault her. I just love her to bits. Alright, thanks guys. Looking out for the next instalment.